Box cake mix used to mean something. Your grandmother would bake a Duncan Hines yellow cake, and it came out perfect every time. Same recipe, same results, same trust. But while you've been buying the same familiar boxes out of habit, these companies have been quietly playing games, shrinking boxes by 20%, jacking up prices, reformulating recipes, all while betting you won't notice. Duncan Hines cut their mix from 18.25 to 15.25 ounces, kept the price identical, and now customers report cornmeal texture and cakes that are dry and rubbery. So let's rank 6 cake mix brands from worst to best. Hit that subscribe button because we're exposing which brands are ripping you off and which ones actually deliver. Number 6, Pillsbury Moist Supreme White Cake Mix. Pillsbury's Moist Supreme line promises moisture it doesn't deliver. The brand survives on the Doughboy mascot because the actual product isn't doing the heavy lifting. You get pale white powder that bakes into an aggressively sweet, bland cake with texture somewhere between spongy and rubbery. The crumb is riddled with large air pockets, dome tops make layering a nightmare, and you get a moon-like surface. Reviewers describe it as tasting like really bad fake pancake batter with an artificial aftertaste. At $127 to $175 per box, you're paying for marketing while getting less product. I've been disappointed in Pillsbury every time, writes one baker. When professional bakers compared it to Betty Crocker and Duncan Hines, it came in dead last. Betty Crocker was rated as having more even texture, better flavor, and more moist. Pillsbury survives on brand recognition from that giggling mascot and funfetti. They're banking on nostalgic parents to overlook mediocre results. When the best thing you can say is good structure for frosting, you've created construction material, not dessert. Number 5. Krusteaz Cinnamon Swirl Crumb Cake and Muffin Mix. Known primarily for pancake mix, Krusteaz ventured into cake territory with their Cinnamon Swirl Crumb Cake, promising coffee shop quality but delivering gas station bakery. You get a basic cake mix with a cinnamon topping packet that's 90% sugar. The texture is moist when fresh but turns crumbly within hours. Costco reviewers report using only half the sugar packet because the full amount is overwhelming. The swirl technique results in uneven distribution. Some bites are pure sugar while others lack flavor. At $4 to $5 for a 2-pack, you're paying more than the big 3 for smaller yield. I find the sugar to cake ratio very sweet and too much, writes one reviewer. One baker had to add an extra egg and cup of flour to make 30 edible muffins instead of 12. Krusteaz occupies awkward middle ground, not cheap enough for value, not good enough to justify the splurge. When customers modify your recipe by removing half the ingredients, there's room for improvement. Number 4, Ghirardelli Double Chocolate Premium Cake Mix. San Francisco's oldest chocolate company, founded in 1852, entered the premium cake mix market with their Double Chocolate Mix, featuring real chocolate chips. You're paying $5 to $6 for 12.75 ounces. You get dark brown powder studded with chocolate chips that delivers on chocolate intensity. The texture is dense and fudgy with melty chocolate chip pockets, more brownie adjacent than traditional cake. The chocolate is genuinely forward thanks to quality cocoa and real chocolate chips with actual cocoa butter. At $3.99 to $5.99, you're paying 3 to 5 times more than great value. Most reviewers say 1.5 times better for 3 times the price. People buy this for special occasions where the Ghirardelli name impresses guests. Ghirardelli leverages their premium chocolate reputation to command luxury pricing. They're targeting people who want expensive boxes for brand prestige. The chocolate is legitimately better, and if you need to impress guests, this delivers. You get quality chips, though you're funding marketing as much as chocolate sourcing. If this is saving you money, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Number 3, Duncan Hines. Classic yellow cake mix, launched in July 1951 by food scientist Arlie Andre. This mix captured 48% of the market within 3 weeks and became America's birthday cake standard. Light golden powder bakes into an airy, spongy cake with fine, even crumb and genuine vanilla flavor. The texture is pillowy, light, and fluffy with a mouthfeel that bounces back when pressed. You get balanced vanilla sweetness with buttery, eggy undertones. This is what every other yellow cake mix is measured against. At $127 to $239, it's typically the most expensive of the big 3. Original boxes were 18.25 ounces, now 15.25 while prices increase. Despite shrinkflation, fans rave about the light, airy texture and fluffy, moist consistency. It ties with Betty Crocker in blind tests, edging out on texture while Betty Crocker wins on moisture. Duncan Hines trades on nearly a century of brand trust. 99% of shoppers recognize the name in 1990s research. This is what every yellow cake aspires to be: light, reliable, genuinely good. The shrinkflation is disappointing, but quality remains solid. Number 2, Betty Crocker Super Moist Devil's Food Cake Mix. Created by General Mills in the 1950s, the Super Moist line became the defining mass-market cake mix. This Devil's Food variety delivers genuinely moist, tall cakes at prices that make expensive options questionable. A dark brown powder bakes into the tallest, moistest cake of all conventional brands. The texture is pillowy and soft with brownie-like denseness and a moist crumb that lives up to the super moist promise. Rich vanilla and yellow varieties, though chocolate versions are slightly less intense than Duncan Hines. The trade-off is superior moisture. At Target, basic varieties sell for $1.09, 50% cheaper than Duncan Hines. A professional baker rated Betty Crocker Super Moist Vanilla as their top boxed cake mix, praising more even texture, better flavor, and more moist. It bakes taller than competitors with super flat, even tops perfect for layering. Their strategy is volume over margin, sell more boxes at lower prices. Professional decorators buy Betty Crocker by the case because the price to quality ratio is unbeatable. When professional bakers choose your $1.09 mix over Duncan Hines' $2.39 option, you've won. At half the price with equal texture, Betty Crocker is the smart choice. And if you're finding this ranking useful, hit the like button. It really helps the channel. Number 1, great value. Walmart Deluxe Moist Yellow Cake Mix. When a Washington Post professional taste test panel ranked Walmart store brand as number 1, beating Duncan Hines, Betty Crocker, and Pillsbury, the baking world faced an uncomfortable truth. The cheapest option is actually the best. Standard golden powder bakes into a cake with sunshiny color, pronounced vanilla flavor, and not too dense, not too airy consistency. A direct quote from the panel: the texture is fluffy, soft, and moist with a quality that professional tasters ranked as the best available. Not good for the price, just genuinely good. You get clear, pronounced vanilla flavor that doesn't taste artificial, with perfectly balanced sweetness. At 89 cents to $1, you're paying 50 to 60% less than Duncan Hines and getting a product that beat both in blind tests. The panel gave great value top ranking, describing it as having ideal consistency and smooth surface, optimal for icing. Reviews range from better than any other name brand to occasional complaints about inconsistent batches. But you can buy 2 great value mixes for 1 Duncan Hines. Walmart's model forces manufacturers to compete on price by creating store brands that match or exceed name brands. When professional critics rank the 89-cent store brand as better than the $2.39 legacy brand, results speak volumes. Yes, you might get an inconsistent batch, but you're saving enough to try again and still come out ahead. This proves you don't need brand loyalty for excellent birthday cake. You need common sense and 89 cents. The cake mix aisle tells a revealing story. Legacy brands coast on nostalgia while cutting quality. Premium options charge luxury prices for minor improvements. Store brands prove exceptional value and quality can coexist. Pillsbury disappoints with texture issues and artificial taste. Great value delivers professional grade results at bargain prices. Stop trusting price tags as quality indicators. Stop assuming mascots guarantee results. Stop believing premium labels without demanding proof. Trust blind taste tests from professional bakers. Trust math that doesn't lie. Trust your experience over inherited brand loyalty. The best cake mix delivers excellent results without charging extra for nostalgia. And it's usually the store brand you've ignored while grabbing name brands on autopilot. Subscribe if this changed your shopping strategy, and comment with which ranking surprised you most. If 89-cent Walmart mix beats Duncan Hines, what else are we overpaying for?